it always starts the same way. The trailer drops, the music hits just right, the graphics look incredible, and you and your friends all say it together. This is the one. For the first few weeks, maybe even months, it is. You are queuing up every night, watching streamers climb leaderboards, building memories, maybe even sweating in ranked. But then it fades. Slowly at first, matchmaking takes longer. The updates stop feeling exciting. Your friends stop logging in. And suddenly, this amazing new game, the one that was supposed to be different, is just another name buried in the ever-growing graveyard of dead games. But not all games suffer that fate. Some just refuse to die. Some live forever. And today, we are going to talk about why. The modern game industry has a graveyard larger than its Hall of Fame. Every year we watch games get hyped into orbit, only to crash back to Earth faster than a satellite with a broken heat shield. They launch with massive trailers, influencer campaigns, limited time skins, but no soul. No endgame, no anti-cheat, no reason to care. They trend for a week, maybe two. They spike on Twitch, dominate YouTube thumbnails, get sponsored posts all over TikTok, and then they vanish. The player base moves on. The devs stop posting. Servers go quiet. Because the truth is, most games today are built for launch, not for longevity. They are made to sell, not to live. But then there are the survivors, the games that go through fire and still walk forward. They've seen metas come and go, seen their devs change, their engines rebuild, even entire platforms vanish, and they're still here. Take Counter-Strike. This game has been around since the 90s. It's been rebooted, rebalanced, and renamed, but it's still about one thing: pure mechanical skill. You don't need a battle pass or a flashy skin. If you can hit your shots, you earn respect. No fluff, just gameplay. Or League of Legends, a game that's been called toxic, broken, and impossible to learn, but still draws in millions. Why? Because no two matches are the same. The depth, the chaos, the constant change, it hooks you. You're not just playing a game, you're playing the meta, and sometimes rewriting it. Dota 2 is its own beast, brutal, unforgiving, but rewarding like nothing else. Every second, every decision, every word placement matters, and even when you lose, you feel like you learned something. That's why players stick around, because growth hurts, but it's real. Valorant is younger, but Riot built it right. They took what worked from CS and modernized it, added agents, abilities, cleaner visuals, a smoother onboarding experience, but they never sacrificed the skill ceiling. It's competitive, creative, and constantly evolving. Then there's World of Warcraft. This game is a living history book. We fought dragons, demons, gods, and somehow it still finds new ways to matter. Raids, guilds, community events. You don't just play WoW, you live in Azeroth. Old school RuneScape is the miracle nobody saw coming. It was a nostalgia project. Now it's a juggernaut, because the devs did something radical. They gave the players control. Every major update is voted on. If the community doesn't want it, it doesn't happen. That is trust. That is ownership. Minecraft needs no introduction. You don't beat Minecraft, you build with it, learn from it, share it. From kids on tablets to adults coding redstone machines, it gives you the freedom to turn blocks into anything. And then Skyrim, a single-player game with no live service, no multiplayer, no battle pass, is somehow still alive 14 years later. Why? Mods, community, imagination, because players turned into their own playground, and Bethesda was smart enough to let them. When you compare those legends to modern releases, it becomes painfully clear what's missing. Today's games are obsessed with looking successful instead of being successful. They prioritize flashy monetization over core systems. They launch with day one skins before they even finish matchmaking. They release unfinished and hope the hype covers the cracks. But hype burns fast, and when the fires fade, you're left with nothing. No identity, no reason to stay, and that's when players leave. Not because they hate the game, but because the game never gave them a reason to stay. So what does make a game live forever? It starts with meaningful progression, not just XP bars, but through growth. In CS you get better through repetition, through practice, through pain. Every clutch, every flick, every eco round teaches you something. In RuneScape, hitting 99 in a skill might take weeks, but the pride of wearing that cape, unmatched. Then there's depth over flash. Games like Valorant and League don't change the core, they refine it. They give you layers, builds, counters, playstyles. Every session is a new puzzle and you want to solve it. But depth doesn't just make a game complex, it makes it replayable. You come back not just to win, but to learn, to test something new, to adapt. The best games don't give you all the answers, they challenge you to find your own. Whether it's a perfect flick in Valorant, a crazy new jungle route in League of Legends, or a strategy nobody's tried before, there is always one more layer waiting. That's what keeps you hooked, not the rewards, but the discovery. Next is community expression. Minecraft lets you be a builder, a farmer, an adventurer, a redstone engineer. Skyrim lets you turn the entire world into whatever you want. These games become platforms and players become creators. And maybe most important of all, belonging. WoW raids aren't just about loot, they're about the team. That one healer you always trust, that guild you've been in for years. Even in Dota, when 4 strangers flame you and you still pull out a game-winning play, the adrenaline is real, the moment matters. Some games even build trust. Old school RuneScape literally lets its players vote on updates. They say, this is your world, tell us what belongs in it. That's not just a good design, it's loyalty. And loyalty keeps players coming back long after the fun fades. In the end, it's not about constant content drops or massive trailers. It's about making a world that feels worth coming back to. Games come and go. We download them, love them, get burned by them. But some leave a mark. They become comfort zones, battlegrounds, classrooms. They become ours. Because they give us more than mechanics. They give us memories. So next time a new game drops and everyone's screaming Game of the Year, ask yourself this. Will you still care about it next month? Will you remember it next year? Because the best games, the real ones, they don't just trend. They don't just sell. They live forever. Thank you for watching my video, and if this resonated with you, drop a like, hit that sub button, and let me know in the comments which game deserved to live forever, but it didn't.